on record कि when I became Miss World, I was definitely not the best beach body of all the.
ऐश्वर्या जी, जब से आप मिस वर्ल्ड बनी हैं तब से आप काफ़ी देश भर में दुनिया भर में लड़कियों को काफ़ी इंस्पायर कर रही हैं, बोल्डनेस अपनी काफ़ी दिखा रही हैं। ऐसा ही बोल्ड स्टेप लिया है इंटरनेशनल पीजन ने कि वो बिकनी राउंड नहीं रखेंगी, इसमें आपकी क्या राय है?
वेल, मैं बहुत ही खुश थी जब जूलिया बॉन्डली ने मेरे साथ ये डिटेल शेयर किया था। इनफैक्ट 1994 में मेरे पैजेंट के बाद दैट ईयर 95 ऑनवर्ड्स ही उन्होंने वो राउंड कैंसिल कर दिया था, क्योंकि मैंने कहा कि इट वाजंट वेरी नेचुरली कंफर्टेबल फॉर सम ऑफ अस नेशनैलिटीज़ एंड ये नहीं कि आई वाजंट स्पीकिंग सोनली फॉर मी, but I was really speaking for a lot of girls from countries where the swimwear round was not necessarily swimwear is not a natural way of life in terms of social display. It is a very, you go to your own clubs and you can do it, or in your own homes or whatever, people felt comfortable in their natural environments or environments they were comfortable in. So I had shared that with her, and in fact for the next quite a few years, if I'm not mistaken, at least for the next 3 years, if not more, they did do away with the swimwear round per se and did it more like a beachwear fashion show, where a lot of the contestants got the opportunity to just showcase any creative designer from their world creating a beachwear sequence, which could be whatever accessories they wanted, and it was done like a fashion model round rather than swimwear particularly. And I felt very thrilled with that one little personal achievement that I had kind of made with the pageant. And she had done that for quite some time. Then I think it went back to what was internationally, and frankly, if you looked around even here, suddenly everybody was getting socially a lot more comfortable with it also. So I think it had come back for a while as a natural round, but this time she shared with me that she was definitely doing away with this round now. And I was very, very happy to hear that. And I feel very proud because for me it was always, and ये तो मैं खुद कहूँगी on record कि when I became Miss World, I was definitely not the best beach body of all the 87 contestants. I can vouch for it, I can put a stamp on it, and yet I won the title. So to me, I kept saying that if this is not the only reason, then क्या होता है कि कई लोगों के मन में ये एक इमेज बन जाता है कि नहीं, this is the imperative round and this becomes the deciding factor, which is not true. And even in Miss India, I was definitely not. And I remember in Miss India also, I had got the perfect 10 title, and I was not the best, I was not the fittest beach body in the Miss India contestants either. And I remember the judges and the pageant people telling me that getting the Miss 10 title was not only about literally your physicality, it was about how you presented yourself, your confidence, and so much else that went with it. The ease, not taking it all that too seriously, everything put together. So I feel it is important that girls, if they participate, at least for me, participating in a pageant was the opportunity to represent us as a people, especially the Indian woman on an international platform. That's what I made it that year. That's what I've made it all these years. Even if I'm an actor from India, it's about representing us on an international platform. Every time I get the opportunity to be on an international platform and interact with people beyond our shores. So if that's the meaning it holds, then it would be nice if that's what gets recognized. So I'm glad that that round isn't imperative anymore.
2015 is a Bachchan year because we've got 3 movies back to back by Mr. Bachchan. You're coming up with 2 movies. We're even hearing that you're going to be doing a movie with Mr. Abhishek Bachchan. Anything like that on the cards?
See, these are not the kind of things that we foresee because if you have to start with my father-in-law, he has been in the industry far too long to be really sitting, and he's made it very, very obvious by his entire career graph that he does not need to chart his course based on anybody else's course. And he works on his movies. When they're ready to be released, they get released. It's not about sitting in locking periods of the year and so on and so forth for a release. And the world recognizes that. They respect him far too much. He is far too esteemed. And when we say he's iconic, we mean it. So these questions don't even really attribute really don't need to be credited with how to phrase an answer for someone like him. When it comes to us as a family, I think people have seen each of us as professionals really charting our own course and not going about making any kind of packaged announcements at any point in time. And that will always hold true for us as individual artists who have always belonged to the medium. And when it comes to me and my films coming this year, I'm definitely going to start working on them. Periods of release, dates of release is completely the producers slash directors' prerogative, as has always been the industry norm, and as and when the products are ready. And today there are so many other defining factors. I think everybody's looking for that Friday, which is a good time to go forth, get that opportunity, that window of release, because there are so many movies that our industry makes. So as and when that's the right window, films get released. Coincidentally, it's just all come together in 2015. So let's see how it rolls. But we're all excited about the year and looking forward to it.
But
and all the
Aishwarya,
positivity with
Any
it.
brand
Aishwarya,
questions?
how
That's
much
it.
how much is it? It's true that you're going to scene with Abhishek Bachchan in Prahlad Kapoor. There's this news going on.
See, actually, I've always said that you'll have to wait for teams to make announcements. So the only two films that we have officially announced as a team so far is Jazbaa and Dil Hai Mushkil. And the other movies, as and when they get released, was when I think you all should then be talking about it and giving it more chatter. Because sometimes what tends to happen is it tends to put pressures on different teams and puts different professionals in different situations. Because now, whatever be the film, suppose with some particular filmmaker we do not go ahead with the project, then it can put them in a situation of wondering, was their film not viable, not good enough, was the script not good enough? It's not fair, I think, to put a lot of professionals in that situation, and it puts that kind of pressure on us as artists to wonder how to go about making an announcement or denying being part of a project. So I genuinely would like to extend this, to share this with my media friends and extend this courtesy to all the professionals in the business, because it really puts others, and not so much us, I mean, it puts others in a very, very awkward situation vis-a-vis their films. So wait till announcements are made, because then it's only fair to all the professionals in our business.
That's it.